Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Scarlett and I make film reviews, compilation videos, talk about stupid quiz shit every now and then. So today's video, I could go on about this for God knows how long. I imagine I'm probably gonna hate myself when I edit this, but I'm gonna try and get through it as quick as possible, so let's just dive right in. You have probably seen the title of this already. I am talking about already messed up. I am talking about why One Day at a Time needs to be renewed. And I guess I could easily sum this video up by saying two words: diverse and inclusive. But it seems that that isn't enough for people these days. Even though you're looking at films like Captain Marvel and Us right now that have female lead roles that are, you know, is diverse women. You look at Us, it's a black female lead. Captain Marvel, female lead. What Men Want, black female lead. Frozen, female lead. Isn't It Romantic, female lead. Paradise Hills, female and I believe Latino female lead. You know, there's a lot of good films doing well this year that have female leads. So, you know, people like diversity, people like inclusivity. So I don't see why this cannot be picked up. But let's have a look at it one day at a time, right? It's a Latino family. We rarely see that on TV. It's an American Latino family and people love them. People love them. Also, the fact that the family aren't immigrants, they were born from the parent who was an immigrant, and their neighbour, who's a white Canadian man, is like the biggest illegal immigrant of the show, if you think about it, really. And when have we ever seen that portrayed on TV? I can't think. One of the protagonists is a lesbian character and she has a lot of main storylines within this. When do we see that? I mean, we do see it, but the topics that they bring up, we don't see a lot of that mentioned. And a non-binary partner. A non-binary partner that doesn't, like, stereotypically go by the non-binary norms, if you may say that. And I've seen that on like a web series, but I have not seen that on television, nor have I seen it executed as well as they have done it. So the context of the show itself is so different and so inclusive and diverse, but it's beautiful and it's interesting and it's funny and all the characters are just so lovable. Why, Netflix? I just don't get it. Now, I did mention that within this context, every episode tends to have a feminist topic brought up, and I think it's incredible the way the showrunners and the writers have brought these subjects to light to show where the faults are of where we go wrong as a society discussing these problems and bringing them up. I'm just gonna name a few here from my notes because there's no way I can keep looking down and up. But they mention things about mansplaining, sexual harassment, homophobia, coming out to parents, US immigration, voting, gun violence. It is continuous, the amount of subjects that they bring up and the way they portray them. Now, the way they portray them, there's always a problem, but that's because all these things are problems and they need to be noticed in order to fix them, and that's what the show does. It's like the mansplaining episode when they're explaining it to Schneider and Schneider goes, well, actually what she means is, and they take the comedy from that, but it is literally showing the problem that is happening in this day and age. Sexual harassment, when Alex learns that the things he does isn't necessarily appropriate and how it's affected his sister and his sister's partner Sid. Like, that is so relatable to every woman out there at the minute, and or even like every queer person as well. I think it's easy to be harassed when you're clearly a minority. That, I think that's what it is, and the way they show the fear and explain it and how easy it is to just feel so terrified by something, you know, so little as it would be. For me, a week ago, I nearly, not even kidding, I probably nearly got raped outside my alleyway because this big guy came towards me, and if it wasn't for these two other men walking down the alleyway, he was probably gonna grab me. So guys think it's a joke that we carry rape alarms about with us. It's not a joke. That's our normal life, and I would rather it not be, thank you very much. Voting in young people, I think it's great. Because Elena shows such an interest, it shows young people that they can speak out if they want to, and you know, if they feel so strongly about something, they can act on it. And I think that's amazing as well, because the older generation are speaking for us young lot quite a lot at the minute, and it is getting on my nerves. Don't get me started on Brexit. And of course, gun violence. I think gun violence is a big thing that's being brought up at the minute. The show Grace and Frankie, they've brought up gun violence. For me, it's clear how it should be shown, but I think as long as the topic keeps being brought up, something should eventually be done about it. Even with the president the US have at the minute, you know, just gotta keep speaking up and eventually we'll be heard. Hashtag fight for Winona. And Netflix, you've just gone so wrong. You've gone so wrong. The reason you ended this show is because you said that not enough people are watching it. Well, guess what? 5 weeks before you announced that is when I discovered the show. I will browse through the entire of Netflix to find shows that are diverse and inclusive. Your LGBT genre area is absolute shit, have to say. You have Insatiable in there, and let's not even start on the fact that you renewed Insatiable despite what everyone said about it, and you have not renewed One Day at a Time. Now, going back to how I did not know, there was absolutely no marketing, there was absolutely no advertisement. It wasn't until you announced that the show hadn't been renewed that I started to see it pop up as a Netflix original on my homepage. Now, I don't know if that's because you don't have enough money in the budget to advertise it and market it, but it's not hard to get your audience to do that for you. It's not hard to say you need help and people will give you help. Like, our entire community is paying for each other so that we can get our content on television. Winona Earp and IDW Publishing, how many billboards have been up now? Like, it's nearly hit 90, I think it's gone over 90. It's insane. Like, we are willing to help, and I don't see how the strength and the love that is given to the show is overpowered by your need for money and views, when you just paid millions of pounds to keep Friends on for another year that people don't even really watch anyway. So I feel like I've burnt calories with my anger in this video. I do want to say my vocabulary is very poor, so if I have offended anyone with the way I've worded something, please tell me very nicely in the comments. I want to learn, but it's hard to learn when people are telling you off. Anything I've said has come from the heart, and I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings, so if I have said anything wrong, please tell me, help me learn, and I apologise if I have said something. But I think we're all here to learn. This is what this video is about, really. And Netflix, you need to learn. You need to learn big time. So I really hope someone else does pick up One Day at a Time. It sounded like other places were interested, and I don't think people are gonna stop, so fingers crossed. I'm getting exhausted from the amount of fighting we're all having to do. It's just like, what more can we do? I mean, I know one thing, but I don't have the time yet. Maybe I will do it in summer. You guys will find out, we'll see. But thank you for watching this video. Thank you to all the cast and the showrunners and the crew of One Day at a Time. You did a fabulous job. I really hope the show gets picked up, but if it doesn't, we all love you and you did an amazing job. That's all that matters. Please give this video a like, comment down below why you're annoyed and why you think Netflix should pick it up, and please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And if you want to see a certain video, put it in the comments and I'll have a look. This video is done because of what someone suggested, so do read the comments, I'll have a look. So thank you very much for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you guys soon. So bye guys.